In an unprecedented twist in South African politics, two of the nation's most ideologically opposed figures, Julius Malema, leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF, and Helen Zille, Federal Council Chairperson of the Democratic Alliance, DA, have come together in what many are calling the most shocking political alliance in recent memory. The goal? To oust President Cyril Ramaphosa from office. This dramatic development has thrown the country into a whirlwind of speculation, excitement, and unease. How did two leaders with such divergent visions for South Africa, Malema, the fiery socialist revolutionary, and Zille, the stalwart liberal democrat, find common ground? And what does this alliance mean for the future of the ruling African National Congress, ANC, a party that has long dominated the country's political landscape? The political marriage between Malema and Zille seemed impossible just a year ago. The EFF has spent the better part of the last decade accusing the DA of being a party of white monopoly capital, while the DA has consistently painted the EFF as reckless populists. But in politics, common enemies make strange bedfellows. Sources within both parties confirm that behind closed doors, months of negotiations and mutual frustrations with Ramaphosa's leadership laid the groundwork for this alliance. Both leaders, despite their ideological differences, have grown increasingly disillusioned with the president's handling of South Africa's most pressing challenges: rampant corruption, economic stagnation, load shedding, youth unemployment, and the deteriorating trust in public institutions. In a fiery joint press briefing held outside Parliament, Malema didn't hold back. This is not about ideology, it is about the survival of South Africa. We cannot continue to be led by a man who watches the country crumble while hiding behind empty promises and weak leadership. Zille, equally direct, declared, President Ramaphosa has failed to provide ethical, competent governance. It's time for leaders who care about the Constitution and the people, not their political survival. The ANC, blindsided by the joint offensive, has gone into crisis mode. Insiders say the president's inner circle is scrambling to hold the fractured alliance together amid growing internal dissent. With opposition parties rallying together in Parliament, whispers of a looming vote of no confidence are growing louder by the hour. Even more telling is the silence from key ANC allies. The South African Communist Party, SACP, and COSATU, traditionally strong backers of the ANC, have been unusually muted, perhaps signaling that the president's support base is thinning. Reactions from the public have been explosive. Some South Africans see the move as a bold step toward real accountability. On social media, hashtags like #UnityForChange and #RamaphosaMustGo have trended for days. One Twitter user wrote, "If Malema and Zille can put aside differences to save the country, maybe there's hope for all of us." But others are skeptical. "This is betrayal, not unity," wrote another user. Zille and Malema are using each other. South Africans will pay the price for this unholy alliance. Some ANC supporters have labeled the alliance a coup in disguise, accusing the opposition of exploiting the country's vulnerabilities for political gain. A motion of no confidence is expected to be tabled in the coming weeks. If enough ANC MPs break ranks, Ramaphosa's presidency could be on the line. Behind the scenes, political deal-making is intensifying. The question is no longer if South Africa will see a seismic shift in power, but how soon. Is this the beginning of a new era in South African politics, one marked by cooperation across party lines to fix a nation in crisis? Or is this a tactical betrayal driven by ambition, opportunism, and a thirst for power? Only time will tell whether Malema and Zille's newfound unity is a symbol of political maturity or a prelude to deeper national divisions.